is our home, built in 1976 or 7.
Right, and you're originally from the area?
Yeah, I lived up the road there. Yes, farmer all my life.
So what got you interested in the stone?
Well, I happened to be down at a wedding in Clare one time. We're going back from Clare anyway, and we came to the top of a big hill, and I loved the limestone, karst limestone. That's what got me interested. I said, we have this at home, and we suppose that. So I started collecting them about 40 years ago. There's a lot of stone walls around here.
So what do you see in the stones?
I see fossils mainly. They're like works of art, abstract art. But they're natural, they're God's creations.
So how many would you have collected over the years?
There's about, I'd say, over 100. Still getting them. Got some after the storm this year. He had a lot of damage, a lot of trees knocked. It was horrific, the storm. Knocked stone walls that I never saw before. Flattened them into the ground.
So what do you farm?
I farm sheep at the moment. I used to have an odd horse. I used to have cattle one time. In Roscommon it's quite good. You haven't the big intensive farmers. So in general it's okay in Roscommon. You know what I'll do eventually, you know. I'm not able to do much now because of farmers. It's hard to do work on it. You need to be in the full of your health for it. But there's a lot of hard work in farming. Well, I think we say about farmland, we say it's like, we say we don't understand it to a degree. We don't know whether it needs fertiliser or it doesn't. You know, it's like, take for instance, we say if you wanted to eat a dinner now, and you'd have a nice steak on the plate, would you like a little pinch of salt to give it taste? But you wouldn't put an egg cup full into the steak. Or if you drank a cup of coffee, you say you might like a spoon of sugar, and you wouldn't put 5 spoons of sugar into it, or 10 spoons. And that's what they're doing with the land. They're putting more than it should be getting. But that's my theory, but it might be wrong. And at the end of the day, it's worms that irrigate the soil. You have to keep them happy. If you don't have them on the land, your land will die. Like a cow house. And the funny thing about it, I got a stone that was built into it. It was around 1920. It's still there. The writing of it, what you call it, the last letter is gone of it. But to be 1924 or 5 years ago. Dark. You might see it just here. Here to see it. P. Byrne is on it. Here's the old houses. There used to be 2 cows here, 2 cows there. And they used to be all milked by hand. So the calves would be reared, then you'd have a few calves that side and out the back. So they're on simple systems enough. Caravan tractors. Caravan tractors was the big expense to live in. You think of it, they did things very economically as well. Look at the way they put the stone. There's a quarry down the road. The stone went to Roscommon Church. So I said they got the seconds or thirds. So they built their sheds with it and things. This is a valley area. When you get big floods, the water all comes this direction because you have hills every side. So when you get heavy rain, it's like a river here. So the reason the roads was windy was to hold the flow, and that pond's still along to hold it better. But if you had a straight flow to come like that, you wouldn't be able to handle it. This is storehouse. This is where we all grew up. Ten of us. See there. That's where we sat around the fire. I grew up in Knockmean in 1953, and I've been here ever since. Went to school. Father was a farmer. He was killed in a car accident in 1974. So that I had to come back to it then. He was about 60ish. Yeah, it was hard at the time. Yeah, so I had to come back. I had to run the farm. Yeah, he was a great farmer. Like all had to be done the hard way. I said there was no machinery or anything, but very labour intensive. But they knew how to do it. Sheep and a few cattle. That's his father that built it. My father's father, Malachy was his name. Well, there was a quarry down the road that helped build Roscommon Church. So I'd say they got the cast-offs from there to build it. The seconds was a lot of, because they had to be top class for the church. They wouldn't be used. But he built a house for his brother as well up the road. 10 of us in the house. And we were all busy on the farm as well. You had to sow turnips, you had to sow potatoes, you had to sow oats. We were self-sufficient, we say. Yeah. Get your cows in and milk them and bear calves. You'd sell the cattle in at 2.5. No, we weren't into our land wasn't that great for vegetables. Yeah, for our own. We had to have potatoes and cabbage and that, and we had all that. Kill a pig as well. That was in the 50s, 60s, 70s. The road was going through the hill up there, but they stopped it at the time. It went through the valley there. It went up as far as Skryne. around 5 years ago. So during COVID, and I got all my injections and everything. And it was shortly after I started to get these shakes, not saying it had anything to do with it, you know. But when I started getting minor shakes and it went from there. And it's happened now this 5 or 6 years. I'm able to manage, but I'm not able to do that much work like I used to, physical work. And you'd miss it to a degree. What I think really they were powerful injections, and it probably was in me, the Parkinson's, because my mother died from it. And it might have just triggered it forward, you know. I'm only surmising that, you know. And it's hard when you're fit and well able to walk and run and nearly run. Next thing to be struck down. So it just tells you how life is, you know. That anything can happen. You only live from week to week, day to day. And you have to make the best of it when you're on this planet, haven't you? Used to say there was a cure on that for warts and things like that in olden times. See them thistles, they're rarish as well.
The Tremane is situated in the parish of Athleagan Knockcrockery and it's about 3 miles south of Roscommon town. Carrickmore is situated on the hill of Tremane. It's a large hill with a lot of stone rocks on the side which may have been formed by erosion. The rocks are limestone, the remnants of an ancient sea, and you can still see some little animals in it if you look. It was said to me once that it was possibly a cairn, and if you look on Google Maps you can see plenty of ancient sites around, ring forts and an old famine road. So we used to go up through the fields with our Uncle Thomas when we'd visit the farm in the summer months. We would wear Wellington boots, which I think was a Santa present for me one year, red Wellington boots, because I really wanted them. We'd never meet anyone there, so Thomas would explain to us the significance of the stones. He liked the look and shape of them, but you could see the coral, ancient coral, and little animals in them. Yeah, we never had anyone else on that hill. It was, except a few sheep and some hares, and it was our own little private place to explore.
Those are stone calligraphies of 6,000 years old, predating Sumerian cuneiform, built on the tablet of geological time, pages stacked above the ocean, stripes on the caged cliffs beneath the cover of bogland. The book reopened, retelling lies of Neolithic script, a stone net thrown onto the land. Now I think of Tom's view was the limestone boundaries of his fields, how he has written his lines in the history of how glorious this stand.
Thank you for coming, because these stones mean so much to Thomas, and it was all their part of the landscape. And every other farmer around here in their £100,000 tractor would drive over these stones, but not Thomas. He has collected them around the fields here for the last 60 years. And thank you for seeing the beauty in them, because Thomas sees art where others don't, and he's very in tune with the land. And this means so much to him that someone sees that and comes and takes photos of them, and you're marking it. You're the only one who sees it. You know, people drive up and down here and say, "Oh, look at all them stones," you know. And it's a bit of a pain in the arse at times because I can't mow the lawn. But those things don't bother me anymore because we just let the sheep in and they eat the lawn. You work around things. And John Moriarty rocks.
I don't just think about those mountains and those hills, you know, I think with them. I mean, you have a sense that you're sitting among them and you're thinking with them and you're dreaming with them and they're dreaming with you, and I don't think it's a fantasy, you know. I mean, you're actually dreaming their dream with them, you know, you're in some kind of dream time with them. So in that sense, place is hugely important to me. And it is, yeah, you're supported. I mean, Ireland is infinitely hospitable to someone who wants to think with it. I love it when I look out into a land, and it's almost like, there are days there, like when it's the first morning of the world, and if you look out, when I lived in Kildare for a while, and every place I looked, I saw human intention and purpose, you know, in the land. And here, when you look out, you don't see human intention and purpose, so you're still in the dreaming. You're still in the dreaming.